In the Rings of Power show, we are introduced to a tribe of hobbits called the Harfoots, but who are they in Tolkien's works? The Harfoots are one of the three races of hobbits in Middle-earth. They were the shortest and the smallest of all hobbits and would go barefoot instead of wearing any footwear. They would dwell in holes in the hillside and would accompany one location for a very long time before moving on somewhere else. The Harfoots would have been the most common of all hobbit races and most commonly dwelled in the lower part of the Misty Mountains. They would build a close relationship with the dwarves that would take the high pass through the Misty Mountains by the interactions they had with them. By the 1300s of the Third Age, the Harfoots and Fellowhides joined together and would eventually settle down in Bree. 3 centuries later, they would settle down in the Shire, and majority of the hobbits in the Shire would be Harfoots. Now, this is a little different than what we get in the Rings of Power show, but that's just some information on what Tolkien has actually written about the Harfoot Hobbits. In the second season of the Rings of Power, we are introduced to a second tribe of hobbits called the Stoors. But who are they in Tolkien's works? The Stoors is one of the 3 races of hobbits. They were fishermen living on the river in the Stoor country of the Gladden Fields. The most notable Stoor would be Smeagol, who would eventually become Gollum. The Stoors would have been the biggest of the hobbit races, and they most resembled men, being able to grow facial hair as well. When the Harfoots and Fellowhides both left their original place in the valleys of the river of Anduin, the Stoors remained dwelling by the river and swamps. They would eventually migrate west, taking a southern pass below Rivendell, and eventually settle in the swamps by near Dunland. When Angmar threatened this land, the Stoors fled north and settled in the Gladden Fields. This would later become the fisher people that Deagol and Smeagol were part of. Eventually, they would migrate again, settling and mixing with the Shire folk. A lot of the Stoor culture would live on along the rivers like the Brandywine and amongst the families like the Brandybucks. Now, this is the information that we get from Tolkien on the Stoors. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, because this is different than what we do get in the Rings of Power show.